Hello everybody, happy Monday Fun Day. It's Barb Reed, the Wexford Stamper, coming to you on a Monday evening. Hope everybody's doing great. Yes, you found me, Renee. Hi Ann, hi Deb. Thanks for jumping on. This is a new night, so I'm excited that somebody's remembered. You guys are great. Hope everybody had a good start to their week. I've got a fun project to share this evening. I've been playing around with this weekend, and you can really, hey April, you can really do it for any kind of card, but since we're getting close to the holiday season, I thought it would be a great time to make some holiday cards with it. So let me show you what I did here. I'll bring it up to the camera a little closer. You can see that what I did, let's see, there we go. I used half-inch strips, and for all three of these projects, I used half-inch strips, and I just used different layout or design of the strips, and I just created these cute little panels. And here I used one of the panels to decorate the front of a little clamshell box. So these are super fun to make and really, really, really easy. Did I say how easy they were? And I'll tell you what the magic ingredient are the Stampin' Up! Adhesive sheets. These are a wonderful addition to our annual catalog, and when these first came out, everybody got them to use with the dies, the really small intricate dies. Rather than having to put glue on them, you could use these adhesive sheets and it would make them like a sticker, so you could stick them right to the card. So excellent idea, and I did do that, but I found it the rest of the pack kind of went to the back of my little cubbies, and until I found another idea that I really, really loved, and that's what I'm going to share with you tonight, how to make these cute little scrappy strip cards. Now, to find these great adhesive sheets, you're just going to look in the adhesive section of your catalog, and survey says, where is it? Where is the adhesive section? I should have had this ready to go with a little marker or something. Where is the adhesives? Oh, here they are, down here. So they're on the same page as the dimensionals and the Tombow and all that stuff. They're right here. Number 6, they're 12 sheets in a pack, 6 by 12. So you could make a lot of these cards. So that's page 136, the adhesive sheet, the adhesive page in your annual catalog, that big old fat one. So if you were looking to purchase or just to take a look at them, that's where they would be. All right, now let's take a look at these cards and the box again. What I'm going to share with you is how I made the panels. So these panels are 3 different designs. This one is kind of like a diagonal pattern. This one's kind of like a V shape, kind of, I know I'm not a quilter, but it makes me think of kind of like a quilt that you would use, that you would make using that. And then this one is straight up and down, but I used 2 different colors on those. Okay, not colors, but patterns. All right, so now what I have here, I cut a bunch of paper for myself, and it's all half-inch strips. Okay, so I have a cute little tray here of lots and lots of the half-inch strips, and this paper is from the Joy of Christmas suite. I just sent out this morning the card kits that were Joy of Christmas, and I had loads and loads and loads of scraps. Did I say loads of scraps? Yes, loads of scraps. So I thought, I've got to come up with something. So I had scraps of this type, and I also had scraps of the other pack of DSP that went with the Joy of Christmas that had a little bit of foil in it. So what I did is I took lots of those scraps and I cut them into 1/2-inch strips. Okay, so I'm going to put those over here, and those are what I'm going to use to make the panels. Okay, for the panels, I'm going to make 3 different panels so I can show you how I made all 3 designs. Where's my third one there? So you're going to start with 3 pieces of cardstock. Now these really doesn't matter what color they are because they're going to be totally covered by the strips. But you want to make sure that they are the right size. And you want to make sure these are 4 by 2 3/4. 4 by 2 3/4 is the size you want on these. Okay? Now, then you're going to cut your adhesive paper the same size. 3 pieces that are cut at 4 by 2 3/4. Okay? So, now, when you handle the adhesive sheet, you're going to notice that both sides are slippery. Okay? But you'll notice that one side has a seam in it that you can peel off. Okay? And the portion that you peel off is going to have the adhesive on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off a piece of this. Now the adhesive is on this part, so you don't want to touch that. You just want to turn it over and place it on any of those panels. Okay, then you're going to take the other half of the panel. Now this piece is just like the back of a sticker, okay? And I'm going to put that on the other half of this cardstock panel. Okay, so basically your adhesive sheet is going to cover the cardstock panel that you made. Now what you're going to do is you're going to peel off this paper. Okay, and what that does, it leaves the adhesive on the cardstock. Let me take the other one off. There we go. So if you can see up close, you can see that is now covered with adhesive. Okay. Hi Deb Noss, happy Monday. I am jumping around over here. My video feed is kind of jumping and jumping. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make one that I used here for my box with the diagonals. Okay, so easy. All right, so I'm going to kind of mix these up, and you're just going to grab any one you want and just lay it in a diagonal, and it's going to stick right to the paper. Okay, I've seen these cards being, made in a regular fashion. It can get very messy, so it's a great way. And then I'm just going to take another strip and lay it right beside the first one there. Okay. Oops. I got something on top of that. Hold on. There we go. Stuff's falling all over the place. All right. Now I'm going to grab another, and I'm just going to lay on this side. And just try to mix it up a little bit, mix up colors, mix up designs. You do you. Okay, and I see I had this little bit there. Gotta cover it. So I know it's only gonna take a little bit of that piece up, but I gotta cover that up. Okay, now we're gonna keep moving across our paper here. And you want to turn over and use both sides of the designer series paper because there's really cute stuff on both sides. All right, so I think the next one I'll do is this one here. And you don't need real long strips because we're not covering that big of a space. Okay, there's a green. Oh, now I see I didn't get it quite far enough. Let me take that one off and I'm going to try again. Okay, that one didn't go far enough. I'm going to get another green one. And now I know it'll go all the way across. There we go. Okay. All right, I'm going to go with this other little wood tone one right there. Like that. Okay. I would just take a dry adhesive, Renee, and just like cover the entire panel like with a snail. It might not be quite as well adhered, but it would work just as well. Or if you go with like a wet glue, you want to do just a very, very, very thin layer. But if you have the dry adhesive kind of snail, that would probably be the second best. Okay. All right, I just got a few more here to put down. Let's see. I'm going to put this guy here. And let's finish it off with decisions. Let's do, how about all red? There we go. So that's how easy it comes together. Okay, then all you're going to do is turn it over and you're going to grab your scissors and you're just going to snip. Snip as close as you can to the edge of your panel. And there you go. Look how easy that was to put together. Isn't that so pretty? Super simple. All right, let me show you the other one, this guy. This one might be my favorite, I'm not sure. At least until the next card. All right, so we're gonna start the same way. We're gonna bring in our piece of cardstock. We're gonna peel off the adhesive strip, and this is gonna go right there. And the other piece with the stickiness is going to go right beside it. And we're going to kind of push down and make sure that's stuck all over. Then I'm just going to remove the white portion. And there you have a panel that is wall-to-wall sticky. This thing is sticky, baby. All right, now I'm going to put it this way, and let me show you how fun this one is to work on. All right. Now for this one, I used 2 designs per level, or per layer, let's say. All right, so this one, I'm going to go here, and I have it right up to the front edge there. And then I'm going to put this one over here. And don't throw away those little pieces that you cut off from the last one, because there's a really good chance they'll work for the next one. Now what I did here is I put the longer side on the opposite side this time, and then the smaller over there, which let's make that one, oops, this little piece of. Okay, you can go straight across if you want with one. Mix it up. It'll look awesome. Don't have to worry. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and put my longer one here and see how I line it up with the top Okay, so it's about the same there. And then I'm gonna put the cute little notes, even though they're sideways. Okay, then I'm gonna go with a shorter one over here. So I'm just kind of layering, but with this one, I'm going one side's a little shorter than the other. Okay, I'm gonna keep going all the way down to the bottom. See what other colors I have here. Oh, yes, I have my wood. I love the gray wood. That looks pretty. And then when you start running out of new ones, you just kind of start over. So I notice my first row has this one. Okay, and then it also has the green plaid or the green gingham. So you just kind of start them over again. And you just work your way down the page. Does this look easy or what? Yep. If you have these, I know a lot of demonstrators bought the sheets because of the die cuts and using those with like the words and things like that. And then they just kind of sat there because we weren't using them for anything else. But I just think this is a great way to use up scraps, and it's you know, not going to take up a lot of time, and it definitely is a wow front on your card. All right, and then I'm going to use the gray again. And finally, let's see, what do we need? I'm going to put another, oh, how about some musical notes? Okay, right there. All right, so it's all covered again. I'm going to turn it over, and we're going to cut off everything hanging over the edge. Keep those for later. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? Looks like it took hours to make that background, right, girls? We'll keep them guessing, right? All right, let me try the last one. I do like this one, the one that kind of looks a little quilty. Although I have become a bit of a sewer, I don't know if I'll ever go into the world of quilting. That looks like a very expensive endeavor. And I like the quicker projects that you can get through in a couple of days. I mean, I know people that have been working on quilts for years and years. That doesn't go well for me. All right, so I put them both on again, and now I'm gonna pull off the plastic sheet that goes on top of the adhesive, and now I've got a nice gooey panel. All right, now this one, let me show you. We're kind of working a V up through to the top. Okay, so let me show you how this starts. Okay, I'll start with this guy here, and I'm just gonna kind of start him kind of in the middle at the bottom, and then just move up the side and create a V. Okay, then I'm gonna take this one, and I'm going to almost make like a T. You see how I made like a T there? And that's kind of where I'm going to move up the page using that. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and finish this off down here with a red. Oops, not close enough. There we go. And then there's a teeny tiny place there. You got to cover that too. All right, so now we're going to start moving up. Okay, so we're going to go, let's see, let me get some of the wood. Okay, so we're going to kind of go one to the right, like that. Oops. Then to the left. And I'm just lining up the edge with the side of the panels that go up the opposite side, and then just keeping it flush against the side there. All right, let's keep going. And I'm gonna go, oops, nope, we gotta go back to this side. Let's see, we wanna go with straight up to the top. Then we'll go here. It really is only slowed down by your creativity. You could do so many different kinds of patterns, and I'm sure there's a lot of better ones than what I'm showing here. Oops, I gotta go the other way first. Gonna go here. And I'm just throwing in some of the pieces that I have that are left over from the last one. So you can do that as well. Okay, so don't ever throw them away, because some of them you need are really tiny little pieces. All right, let's see. Now we're going to go with, okay, we didn't do that one yet. I'm talking to myself. Let's try this one, the pretty foil paper. Okay, and let's do the plain red. And a teeny tiny bit of, let's put in the, so you guys are getting the hang of this, right? It's making some sense. I try. And look, teeny tiny right there. We gotta hit it with something. Let's give that one a, I'll look down here like at the bottom, something I haven't used. We could use the little brown wood there. So you can just try to keep them apart from each other. And so there we go. All right, now I have a couple little spots over here I need to cover. And that's gonna go here. And, oh, decisions. Let's go red. Okay, now it's totally covered. Let's turn it over. This is the fun part. Okay, you're just gonna cut off all the extra. Remember, don't throw it away, because this is going to be used for your next project. Okay, and turn. So it's basically the same procedure for all the different designs, just the placement of the strips is different. And I'm sure there's some other really cool designs that you can think of as well. So there's that one. Isn't that cool? So fun. Oh, I'm glad you like them. Well, let's go ahead and grab these two here. These are the ones we'll use for our projects this evening. Okay, so if you have any questions on how exactly I made those little panels, please ask questions. Remember, all the information will be on my blog at the end of this live stream this evening. All right, now, the next thing you're going to do is you're gonna grab 2 pieces of coordinating cardstock that these measure 4 1/4 by 3, okay? And they're just a 1/4 inch larger so that you can layer them onto your, you can layer your panel that you made out of your strips onto that piece of cardstock. Okay? No, wait. Yes. Okay. Making sure I'm doing the right one. There we go. So there you have it. So there's one of our panels. Isn't that cool? Which is your favorite design? Which guys do you like the best? I'm leaning toward the straight lines with the 2 sections of strip, but I'm sure I could be convinced another one's nice. Now here's the diagonal one. Isn't that pretty? All right, let's go ahead and make the card. So we're gonna take the strip, the panel that we made, and we're just gonna take a basic piece of cardstock, the regular size of a card, which would be the 8.5 by 5.5. And we're gonna go ahead and fold that in half along the 8.5 inch side. And this is shaded spruce, okay? Then you're just gonna take one of your panels, and this one I used the copper color for the border, and I think that really makes it stand out so pretty. Okay, now let's go ahead and make our little embellishment for the front. And I just took a 2-inch circle and a coordinating scallop, and then I cut out some of the dies from this Joy of Christmas. This little one is in the Granny Apple Green. This is in shaded spruce. Okay, so I'm gonna first do my stamping, and I used a great Christmas stamp set. This is called Brightest Glow. This is a great, if you need inside and outside sentiments for your Christmas cards, this is a great set. Yeah, you like the diagonal one, April? I know. It's hard to choose. I changed my mind. So, all right, let's do our stamping first. So I'm gonna stamp using the Merry and, all is merry and bright, okay? And I'm gonna use shaded spruce, but you know, look in your stash, see what punches you have, and use whatever you have to make your little embellishment on the front. Because once you have that panel on the front, it's really up to you what you want to, how you want to finish it off. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do some stamping to the right-hand side a little bit because we got to fit in our cute little greenery on there. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the coordinating scallop. And now I'm going to go ahead and glue my greenery down. And I have the shaded spruce greenery going here to the side. And the cute little Granny Apple Green kind of goes along the bottom, like this, just to cover up some of the white space. Now what I did is I used some of the little gems that come with the Joy of Christmas suite, but sadly they are not available, and in fact they weren't even available to put into my kits, so I still owe all my kit people these gems. As soon as the gems come in, I will send them to you, I promise. But I'm going to use some of the little red gems that look like little holly berries, and I'm going to place those using my cute little pick tool with the putty end, making it easier to place these tiny little sequins right there like that. Okay, oops, I made it with 3, and I want to make it just like my sample, so let's go ahead and make sure I use 3 of the little berry gems. There's also holly leaves and little musical notes sequins that come in this set. Very cute, but on back order, and I'm keeping track to make sure as soon as I find them, I will get them out to my kit people. There we go. Isn't that so cute, quick and easy? And now I'm just going to bring it over, grab my dimensionals, and place it on the front of the card, and there you have it. There is your scrappy strip holiday card. How about that? Isn't that cute? I love making these. These are so fun. All right, now Of course, I wouldn't let you go without making a 3D project. So I made this cute little clamshell design box that you can use for all kinds of goodies for the holidays. Okay, so let me show you how to make that box. Very simple design. You're going to use a piece of real red cardstock cut at 7 1/4 by 11. You're going to bring in your trimmer, and the first thing you're going to do on the long side, let's do short side. You're going to score at 1 inch on both ends. That's with the short side at the top. Thank you, Bonnie. Very easy too. I like easy and adorable. How about you? Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do the long side. We're going to score at 1, 5, 6, and stretch it out, and 10. Okay, put that aside. Let's go ahead and, oh, thank you. Hi, Cheryl. Yep, you know you weren't going to be able to get rid of me without me showing a box. But I thought, what a cute way to make a box that would coordinate with your cute little scrappy strip card, right? And this would work so well with really any pattern paper, because you know how Stampin' Up! Does such a great job. All the different pieces of designer series paper in the pack all coordinate, so they'd all look great as a scrappy strip card. I gotta watch and say that slowly. All right, so now I have it all folded and creased, and now I'm just going to cut away the cardstock so that I have these 6 little flaps. Okay, so there's going to be 3 flaps on each side. This is, I call it a clamshell box because the lid is attached at the back, and it's the quickest kind of box to make, but looks nice. Okay, so we're going to cut up the vertical score lines to the first horizontal and just release that flap and then cut a little wedge away. All right, last one. Same old thing. There we go. So now we have all our tabs ready to go, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and fold them in and put a little bit of glue on each of the tabs. There we go. Be easy. Tombow is a great adhesive. You don't need a lot. So I just do a kind of a little scribble on each one. Okay, let's start on this side of the box. We're gonna fold in the tabs, and we're gonna take the side of the box so that this side here of the panel lines up with the fold on the tab. And then we're just gonna kind of hold it in place for just a couple of seconds. And then we're gonna turn it the other way, do the same thing. Okay, so we got those first 2 done. Okay, now we're gonna move back farther. This tab is going to adhere to the same side panel. Okay, so we're forming the bottom of our box. Okay, again over here to the same panel as the first tab. Squeeze. There we go. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and fold down our box, fold down the front of our box, and then just fold over the panels so that they adhere, and you're lining up the side panel with the fold in the tab. You just want to hold it for just a second. Sometimes it helps once you get it to give it an extra good squeeze with the lid open. And there you have your box. You see why we call it the clamshell. Okay, it's a good sized box. Let me measure it for you here if I can find my ruler. This is 5 1/4 by 4 by 1. So you could fit some good goodies in there. Now, I'm going to grab my last little panel that I created, and that's going to go right in the center of my box, right in the center of the lid. Boy, does that stand out with that red box. I love that. Okay, last thing, I'm going to grab a 3/4 inch strip of basic white cardstock. I did have it here. I know where it might have gotten in here. I think I might have lost my sentiment strip amongst all the rubble. Oh, when all else fails, you just look on the floor, right? Hi, Pat from Alabama. How are you? Welcome. We are making some fun scrappy strip cards tonight. All right, so I'm going to use one more of the stamps. Okay, this one says, "To you and yours this Christmas," and that's from that same set, Brightest Glow. Gonna grab my shaded spruce ink. Gonna go right down here on my strip. I'm gonna go ahead and snip a bit of this off. Okay, then I'm gonna bring this box back in and turn over my sentiment strip. Grab one more set of dimensionals here. Put those across the back. And then I'm just going to go ahead and place this right on top of my box. And I place it like right about there, but it's like wherever you like to put it. So there is the gift box. Isn't that cute? So here are our cards this evening. This card and this box have the same design, the strip design, if that's very important to you. We wanted to have it exactly the same, but we made the strips that go up and down, we made diagonal, and then we made like a V-shaped. So there's all different types you can make with that, and you can make just as far as making the cards, you can go for a while and make the panels, make a whole bunch of panels, and then put them together and make the cards. So I hope you got some great inspiration from this video, and get out those adhesive sheets that are in your stash, I bet. If you go and look in the back, I bet you could find them. If you don't have the adhesive sheets, like I was telling Renee, you could use your dry adhesive snail and just cover the entire panel with the adhesive before laying down your strips. Either way will work perfectly, but what a great way to get rid of all those strips. Don't throw them away. Go ahead and make some beautiful cards. So thank you for joining me this evening, this Monday evening. Don't forget that I'll be back on Wednesday and I'll have another great gift idea for the holidays. So see you in 2 days and keep on stamping. Bye-bye now.